Hello, everybody. This is Bennyhillz back with another vintage cube draft, and this pack is amazing. We have Time Walk, which is sweet. It's funny to have Time Walk and Time Warp in the same pack. It's not inconceivable that the Time Warp comes around, although I would be very surprised. Other good cards: Birds of Paradise is solid. Steam Vents is good. Stonecoil Serpent is pretty good. Leavold's good. Kithian's good, but I wouldn't first pick it. But yeah, definitely taking Time Walk here, and I don't really know what we'll wheel, but pretty happy to start with this one. Ooh, well, a good pack to follow it up, too. Both of these green cards are great. Thief of Sanity is great, Urza's great, and Coalition Relic. I think I'm not going to dip into a new color yet, so it's between Coalition Relic and Urza. And that's very, very close. This card is super good, but Coalition Relic just lets you it just makes your mana perfect. Although this does cut blue. Yeah, I think I'm going to cut blue, actually. It's very, very close. And if this was pack 3, I might go with a Relic. I mean, it depends on the rest of our deck. But I do think, like, if we pass a pack that has very few blue cards already, then that's a good sign for carving out blue a little bit and maybe letting us get some nice passes in pack 2. So we'll go with the Urza. Okay, I'll take a Tundra. Treasure Cruise is good, but it's not great. And not really anything else that I would consider much here, but Tundra is very nice. We've also passed, like, a lot of stuff. Like, the options that we could have taken right now are mostly green or black. We haven't passed that many good, like, blue-white cards. So I think blue-white could be potentially somewhat open. Ooh, well, geez, this is a great pack. Fallen Shinobi, Demonic Tutor, Jace, and Preordain are all absolutely phenomenal for us. And Skyclave Apparition is great as well, but we definitely won't be taking that here. I think I like taking the Preordain, although Jace can flashback Time Walk. Man, that is really close, actually. Flashing back Time Walk is really strong. Yeah, I'm going to go with the Jace. I think Preordain is a better card in general, but in this deck, I think I like the Jace. All right, here we have a Braid and Night's Whisper and a Distant Channel, all good 2-mana plays. Skull Clamp is probably the most powerful card in this pack, but it doesn't really look like we'll be a Clamp deck. I think I'll just take the Dig. We passed Treasure Cruise already, and you don't want to play both of these in your deck, but playing one is pretty nice. And yeah, I mean, we could also take like a Spire Bluff Canal or a Needle Spires, but I think I'd rather just keep with the blue for now. Ooh. Well, now it's Underground Sea versus Probe. Black is looking pretty open from this direction. The problem is Thief of Sanity and Fallen Shinobi are almost definitely going to be taken, which means that, like, those are some of the primary incentives to go into black. So I think I'm actually just going to take the Probe. It's good with Jace, good with Dig, and just good in general. And, I mean, I guess, yeah, if somehow Thief and Shinobi come around, I'll wish I'd taken the Underground Sea, but this seems fine. I would take the land here over, like, a pretty bad card, but Probe is actively very strong. Ooh, Brainstorm, Jite, and Misty. I'm just going to take the Misty. Brainstorm is really nice, but this is great fixing. It does look like white is somewhat open. I mean, Mana Tithe is also good, and Resto. I'm still going to take... Actually, Resto is very sweet with Urza. But yeah, I'm still going to take the fixing here. Okay, there's an Oblivion Ring versus the Mirari Conjecture. And the Mirari Conjecture does get back Time Walk. Oblivion Ring is nice. It's very flexible. But I kind of want to take this, honestly, with a Time Walk. Yeah, we'll go for this. This will be pretty sweet if we can make this work. We don't have any instants yet other than this one Dig. Okay, this was our original pack that had the Time Warp in addition to the Time Walk. Time Walk didn't come around, but Gear Hulk is actually not bad. This card has grown on me the more I've played with it. And it's very good with Dig Through Time, which we have right now. Again, that's our only instant. I really want to pick up some counter magic. That's #1 priority here, but I think Gear Hulk is good. And now, there's not much for us here. I guess I'll just take the Selfless Spirit. There's a world where we just need, like, if we do end up in blue-white, which I think is probably the most likely with our solid fixing, then this can let us just, like, trade off against aggro decks. Okay, Amiri's Call is actually a very good pickup. I think this land is pretty bad in White Weenie, but it's very good in blue-white control, where you want the game to go long and you'll have a lot of lands. Oh my gosh. This is the latest I've ever seen a Preordain go. Wow, that's absolutely amazing for us. Field of Ruin's also fine. Honestly, yeah, I'm happy to be in blue-white looking at this pack, but we'll definitely take the Preordain. Now it's Disenchant over the Splicer, I think. Splicer does make a Golem, which is nice for Urza, but I still think Disenchant's the pickup. This card's a really nice interactive spell that I think is main deckable. There will be matchups where I side it out, but it's almost always gonna have at least one target, and then some games it'll just be like absolutely amazing. All right, I'll take Flame Slash. Got lots of spell lands here. Oh man, we're really opening all the blue-black cards here. I think I'm just gonna take the Foff. Actually, yeah, I like Foff a lot here. It plays very well with the Mirari Conjecture and the Gear Hulk. Now we have two really good instants to flash back with Gear Hulk and to get back with the Mirari Conjecture. Although, like, if you play Fact or Fiction and then get it back and play it again and it's doubled, that goes through 15 cards. So milling yourself is definitely a bit of a concern. Lightning Bolt's also strong, but I'm not going to take it here. Ooh, well, I'm not going to pass this Oko here. We already have a Misty Rainforest, so we do have some fixing. And we're not even committed to white. We just have the one Disenchant and the fixing, I guess. So, yeah, definitely taking Oko here. This is great. Sylvan Library would also be nice, but we'll go with this. Oh, wow. This pack is unbelievable. First of all four of these lands are reasonable. Spellseeker finds Time Walk. Soulfire Grandmaster is an infinite combo with Time Walk, and Path to Exile is just amazing. And then there's also Simic Signet as fixing for Oko. Holy cow. I think it's between Scalding Tarn and Path, and then we wheel the Soulfire. That's really close. I think I'm going to take the Scalding Tarn for two reasons. First of all, it's just like, I mean, fixing is super important. That's, it's sort of obvious, but it's true. And then secondly, I think the Path being in the pack makes it more likely that Soulfire wheels. Like, we're not the only white drafter. I mean, we barely have any white cards. And yeah, I think this makes Soulfire significantly more likely to come around. Okay, here we have Moldrifter, Seagram Coast, Metamorph, I guess, Archangel Avison. I think I'm just going to take the Moldrifter. Although maybe we should just take the Coast. We have a lot of playables already. Yeah, I'm going to take the Seagram Coast, actually. Although, again, we don't even have white cards really right now. Yeah, I'll take the Moldrifter, actually. This card is very strong. Okay, Control Magic versus Solemn, Fate's Fetters, Flicker Wisp. I think I'm just going to take the Control Magic here. We don't have much removal, and the first Mind Control effect is very nice. That's a somewhat late draw, a Tree Speaker. But yeah, I'll take this. Well, I slightly regret it now, but I'm still really happy to get this. And this also makes me feel better about passing the Path in the Oblivion Ring. This gives us good ways to interact with the board. 4 black cards in this pack. Ooh, well, I'll take a Colonnade, although there is also Temple Garden, actually, which we can fetch with Misty. But I still think I like taking the Colonnade here. I really like Manlands in this format. So here we have Seagate Stormcaller, which is really good with Time Walk, and then also good with, Probe and Preordain. Then there's Wall of Omens and Wormcoil Engine. And Mindslaver, I guess. Honestly, all of those would be reasonable. I think I'm going to take the Seagate Stormcaller here. The upside with Time Walk is so high, and we also might be able to pick up another thing like a Ponder or something. We did pass Brainstorm, unfortunately, but it seems fine. So right now, I wouldn't splash just for this Disenchant. But we do have really good white mana, so hopefully we can pick up Teferi or Fractured Identity. All right, I don't think we can really play Elspeth. I'll check the Sower here, and then we'll bring that into some matchups. Against Mono Green, if we have Sower and Mind Control Magic and Treachery, that's going to be really good. Now I can pick up Repeal. That's a solid pickup. Ooh. Wow. That's ridiculous that these all came around. I'm going to take the Soulfire here. Yeah, I'm going to take the Soulfire. But that's really painful that we're passing a Hallowed Fountain and a Spellseeker here. Okay, that's great that this came around. Yeah, pretty happy about that. Okay, we're in the right deck here. We do need some green fixing. One green, like a one blue-green land would give us 3 green sources. And at that point, I think we're basically good to go. But we do need to get there. Ooh, that's a really late tree speaker. But I'm going to take Turnabout. This card is good against, like, some decks. Like, it can be really good against Sneak Attack. You just tap their Emrakul, and then they don't do anything. Neither of these are playable. I guess I'll take the Shieldred. It's actually not impossible that we play Bone Shredder. Although I guess we already passed the blue-black fixing most of it. Here we have Balance, although we don't really have stuff to pair with Balance particularly. Dismember, I don't think, yeah, we're not an Academy deck. So I think it's really between Sphinx, Balance, and Dismember. And we're not really a Balance deck, so Sphinx and Dismember. We have a decent amount of top end already. Yeah, I think I'm just going to take Dismember, actually. We already passed Path. Like, we might get Swords, but I would think having one instant speed removal spell is really, really good, especially for a deck like this. So that seems worth it to me. There's an Uro and a Day of Judgment. We're not Time Twistering. I think I should just take the Day of Judgment, actually. Although it will probably wheel, right? Like, we're getting really late white cards. But Uro is also not even that good, and we don't have the fixing for it at this point. Yeah, I'm just going to take the Sweeper. This card is really nice to have. Ooh. There's Brain Freeze, which I would like as the sideboard option. Garruk Relentless could be good, and then there's Venser and Riftwing. I think I'm just going to take the Venser here. Yeah, Venser is very nice. Okay, we're not an opposition deck. We have no counter magic, and so we could take the Lapse. We could take Knight of Autumn if we're going to be green. I actually think I'm going to take the Lapse of Certainty here. It's not great, but it is really important to have a little bit of counter magic. Late Ashiok, ooh, but we'll take a Spell Pierce. Condemn would also be fine. Brimaz would be okay. Like, it'd be nice to have it in the board, but Spell Pierce is great. Okay, we could take Gideon, Jura, or Savannah. Savannah is fetchable off of Misty Rainforest, but not Scalding Tarn. Gideon would be good, but I think I want to go with the Savannah here. Oko is just so good, and anything that means we can play it in our deck, I think, is worth taking pretty highly. Yeah, I'll go with that. Ooh, Windswept Heath is very nice. Also Botanical Sanctum, but the Heath is better. This can grab all 3 of our colors. And there's also a card that goes to the graveyard for Jason Dig. Hydroid Krasis versus... We're not playing Yorion, I think, unfortunately. If we had Karakas, we could do some cool things, but... Actually, it's not bad, but... Relic versus Krasis, I think, is the real consideration here. And... Krasis is very, very good. Yeah, I'm going to go with the Krasis, actually. I think this card is worth taking here. Sorry, Relic. Okay, now we take a Baneslayer for the board, which is actually a really nice sideboard option. I guess I'll take an Oblivion Stone. I can imagine a world where I want to play this. Garrett came around. That's pretty nice. I think I actually will play that. So I'll cut the Lapse of Certainty for now. Knight of Autumn is nice. Okay, so we actually are just like playing green now, which I think is pretty good. We have a high creature count, so I'll move that to the board. Ooh, Condemn is nice. Yeah, we have a really good sideboard here, which is always nice. I'll take the Academy runes, I guess. Doesn't matter. So if we put in 9 basics, that would give us 17 real lands. Taiga, does that help us? Actually, that does help us. That makes Scalding Tarn get green, which it didn't before. Wow, that's awesome. Although, we're a blue-white deck, so Taiga's a little awkward. I really don't want to have to play... I guess we could play 1 Forest and 1 Taiga, maybe. We'll see how the mana looks. But yeah, so if we throw in 8 basics, that would give us 16 lands plus a Mirage Call. So I think I want to play 17 lands plus a Mirage Call, so we need to make 1 more cut. Let's see. Definitely not cutting any of these. We could maybe cut the Disenchant. These, I think, are all worth it. Although Seagate is honestly a little bit light. The fact that it can't copy Dismember or Repeal is a little annoying. Yeah, I think I'm actually going to cut that. Or, yeah, I think I'm going to cut that. And then, yeah, all the rest of these look good. We could cut one of Control Magic or Treachery. We could also cut the Mirari Conjecture, but I think they're all good enough. There's also cool, I mean, you can vent or bounce your own Mirari Conjecture, which is pretty sweet. Or repeal it. All right, so no swamps. That's for Dismember. We'll start like this and see how it looks. So this gives us, for blue, which is most important, of course, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's good. I could potentially cut one. 12 would be nice, but we don't need it, especially because we don't have like Counterspell or like many double blue cards that we need early. For white, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's great. That's more than we need by a lot. We only have 3 white cards. And then for green, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's wow. This mana base is actually phenomenal. Yeah, I'm super happy with that mana base. We actually have more green cards than white cards. Wait. Yeah, wait. Recount quickly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 white. Yeah, we can definitely cut 1 plains for 1 more forest then. This deck is very strong. So we can run it like this, and then against creatures, we bring in Day of Judgment, Condemn. Against Storm, we can bring in Lapse of Certainty. No Brain Freeze, unfortunately. Against like some combo decks, we can bring in Turnabout. Baneslayer's good against aggro. Yeah, I mean, this deck is just sweet. Very excited to see how it plays out, so I'll see you in round 1. All right, here we are for round 1 against Rowdy Piper. We are on the play, which is excellent, and oof. Multiple 1-mana interactive spells is great, but I can't keep a 1-lander. Can keep this one, though. I think we'll just put back the Soulfire. It's a later game card. And I'm just going to lead on Colonnade here. I mean, there's nothing we could draw into with Probe that would change our play. We don't have, like, Soul Ring or anything. And the life might be relevant, so there's just not any value in doing this. I guess we get punished if they go, like, Landmarks Thalia, but that's pretty much it. Fast Bond. Okay. Well, they're down to 2 cards already. Depending on what those 2 cards are, this could still be scary. I am going to probe for mana. Uro commit. Okay, that's actually really problematic because that can draw 7. Okay, I think I like taking the Venser here. It's annoying that we don't have a play next turn, but this is pretty good against the commit. So they play Uro. Oh wait, they don't have blue mana. I did not realize that. Wow. Okay, I wish we had Oko here, but we can just play the forest. I want to get the land we care more about into play before they potentially shuffle away. Still no blue mana over there, which is excellent. We can go Island Go, and so we could play Urza. Good night, Dad. We could play Urza, or we could hold up Venser and then ambush their Elves of Deep Shadow. That's pretty close, actually. I think I'm going to go for the Urza here. Like, it plays something to the board, and now we can just pass holding up Venser mana for a while, while, like, beating down and holding down the fort. Although I guess we're not really beating down, it's just 2 power. Wall of Blossoms. Okay, well, we have very little in the beat department. We do have Spell Pierce available, but I sort of doubt that'll be relevant. Mole Drifter. That's interesting. Do we hardcast that or evoke? If we evoke, we still can't hold up Venser, so I'm just going to hardcast. Okay, Fact or Fiction is a good draw. And then we're not going to attack. We could attack with both to force through 1 point of damage. But I think holding up Spell Pierce isn't likely to matter, but it's worth more than 1 point of damage. Oh, they do have blue now. See if they play the Uro or hold up commit. They do need double blue to flash this back, I believe. Yeah, they do. Okay, playing the Uro. Sure. If we had like 1 or 2 actual counterspells, this deck would be really, really good. Instead, it's just pretty good. And it is good, but like the fact that they can just undo all of our card advantage with this commit memory is unfortunate. Okay, so we just go Misty, hit for 2 in the air, and pass. So I guess if we just go for end of turn Foff, they can commit it. Am I okay with that? It's not ideal, but it's not the end of the world. What could this be? Looks like something we're going to want to Venser for sure. I just hope they don't have a cast trigger. Avenger of Zendikar. Well, yeah, we will Venser that, but that's scary. We don't have any Wraths in the main deck. We want to get more white so we can animate Colonnade. And I think we're good on blue, so I'll grab Savannah. Amiri's Call. We can almost cast that. We need 1 more white source. So I think I'm actually just going to play main phase Fact or Fiction here to play around them having the Spell Pierce, or the commit up. So, and I'm going to tap out of green, so if we hit Oko, they won't know that we have it. Okay, Dismember deals with Avenger of Zendikar very well. The rest of these cards are pretty much trash, but if it's Disenchant or Dismember versus the World, I would probably take the World, but I would take Dismember if it's with any other card. Okay, that's great. So we take this pile, play this, which can grab our white source, and then pass holding up Spell Pierce. Well, I mean, I guess we'll attack. I'm just going to attack with everything now. Yeah, this seems fine. Wow, trading the elf? That's great for us because it makes Spell Pierce more likely to be live. I guess it does take us off of a mana, but I still think this is fine. Courser of Krufix. That's good with Fast Bond. So do we want to kill this Courser or save the Dismember? I think I do want to kill the Courser because we can rebuy it with the Mirari Conjecture. Time Walk would be unbelievably strong here. Okay, should they commit this? The question is, do we want to Spell Pierce just to hit them for 2? And I kind of think the answer is yes, actually. Yeah, I'm going to do that. And then the second question is if we want to draw Dismember in 2 turns. And I think that's actually a below average draw, so I am going to shuffle away here. It also takes the Tundra out of our deck that we definitely don't want to draw. Well, that's also something we don't want to draw. So we can rebuy something with a Mirari Conjecture or just make 2 flyers. And I think just making 2 flyers is better. I guess technically we should have played around Days, but I would be shocked if they had that. I guess we actually don't have any attacks there, so we just hit for 2 in the air. But we have exactly lethal now. So I guess they can gain life with the Courser, but they don't. Tireless Tracker, okay. I guess they just crack that now and then try and hit some lands with the fast bond, but I still don't know. I guess, yeah, no, they can survive, actually. They go to 11, and then if they get any more lands, the fast bond will hurt them, so they won't gain any more life, but 1 life is enough to survive here. Then we can, but we can just get back, like, man, if we had, like, 1 counterspell that we could rebuy with the Mirage Conjecture, that would be so good. I'll probably just start spinning Urza, actually, and looking for Time Walk. Their mana base is greedy, and they are suffering for it. Playing at least 4 colors with Ancient Tomb. All right, sweet. So playing against like base green, mid-range, Day of Judgment looks good. I don't think we need Condemn. Baneslayer Angel looks fine. Sower is okay, but I don't think it's great. Although, actually, we haven't seen that much removal. Maybe Sower is better than Control Magic. Or maybe we just play them both. I don't think we need Dismember particularly or Disenchant. Although Disenchant does deal with Courser and Fast Bond. I don't think we want Urza. This card's honestly not great in our deck. Like, we actually have literally no other artifacts. That's sort of ridiculous. And, I mean, it's like a decent threat because it puts 2 bodies on the board and it can just be like a late game card advantage engine, but it's not great, so I feel okay cutting it here. Yeah, I think I just want to run it like this. And then if I'm bringing in Day of Judgment, that does make me want another white source. We also cut a green source or a green spell, so this seems like a good exchange. All right, sweet. We will run it like this. Okay, great hand here. We can go turn 2 Jace and hopefully flashback a Time Walk soon. Go Time Walk, flashback, Time Walk. So we'll keep looking for lands with the preordain, especially white lands. I mean, we don't have any white spells, but I would like to be ready to cast them when we do draw them. Ooh, opponent's on a mold of 5. That's unfortunate. Fin-horned elves. Okay. Do we? Yeah, I actually am going to fetch here because I don't want to shuffle, like, put cards on the bottom with preordain and then shuffle them right back in. So grab Tundra, cast preordain. I'm going to bottom these. I don't mind drawing lands, but I don't need to like actively scry into them. Oko. Okay. So we can just go Time Walk and then Oko. Yeah, that seems very strong. They could have counter magic. Repeal. Okay, I actually think new plan. We go upkeep, bounce this, and then play Oko on our next turn. This plays much better on counter magic. And it also, like, it's better to have a Planeswalker in play when you use your Time Walk in general. So we'll do this. Be gone, elf. If they didn't have a play for 3 mana last turn, they're unlikely to this turn. So, oh, well, they have 4 mana, though. Okay, Uro is not that scary. Do they have the forest to redeploy the elf? They do not. Yeah, this game is probably over. We'll see. I mean, they could have, like, Fractured Identity, but Oko on an empty board with a Time Walk in hand is pretty good. We can go Jace plus Time Walk and then immediately Time Walk again. Wow, yeah, that's going to be really good. I guess they could just have, like, Oblivion Ring or something for the Oko. Okay, sure. So we go land, Time Walk, Jace, untap. Wow, this is just so Awesome. Okay, yeah. So we could play Oko and flashback Time Walk, and then untap again, holding up Venser and Factor Fiction. Yeah, that was a pretty solid performance. I like this deck a lot. It feels very powerful and very interesting. So see you in round 2. All right, here we are for round 2. This hand is pretty bad, but I actually think I'm still going to keep it. I mean, these two are basically just dead draws in our hand, but Repeal is good, cheap interaction. We have mana. Yeah, I'm going to keep this. It's a little bit greedy, but it depends on the matchup. There's some matchups where this is really, like if they're going to be really fast, this is bad. But yeah, if we can just repeal their elf on turn 2, then that could potentially slow them down a bit. I will just go Tundra Preordain here, I think. Yeah, just looking for other spells we can cast. Dismember looks great. I think we don't want Gear Hulk at the moment. Playing against back-to-back green decks does make me regret not main decking the board sweeper. Okay, so I'm just going to go repeal on the bird here. Take them off of blue mana. We do take 1 more damage here if they are. I mean, they might just be mono green, in which case then we're just losing it. Or taking 1 point of damage for no benefit, but I think this is worth it. I guess this is a slight misplay. We should have just done it on our turn. There was no reason to wait there. Play Sylvan Library. Garrick. Ooh. That's going to be really hard for us to beat. Yeah, we're in bad shape here. I guess we just go Colonnade Pass. Oof, they're playing something quite expensive. I really hope it's Avengers Zendikar. Ooh, that's great. So we can dismember that, and they won't get a Manifest Dude. You want to make sure to put a stop so you don't go to the end step, so they don't get the 2/2. We are down to 14, but Treachery. Okay, that's a good draw. I'm going to hold the Taiga just because it conceals a little bit of information. I really hope. I guess what's the best thing for us to Treachery here? Like something that doesn't have that good of an end of the battle. Like a Thragtusk would be nice. Ooh, a lot of mana. They're just jamming into our counter magic. Woodfall Primus. Okay, well, that is problematic because we're 1 mana away from being able to do the thing. So we play this in pass, but they have lethal on board if they go for it. They might not because they don't know that we don't have like a. I guess we would have countered this if we had Cryptic, so they probably should just go for lethal. This would hit for 9 plus 4 plus 3 is 16. This game is not really going according to plan, but we get some nice options for the next one. Between Baneslayer, Day of Judgment, Sower. We might even want Oblivion Stone, actually. Yeah, I kind of like the plan of bringing in Oblivion Stone, but we'll see what we're cutting. Whew. Garrick's on 7. They've been making a lot of mana over there. Search for Tomorrow. That is fine. It'll be interesting. Okay, they grab a Plains. Not the land I would have expected there, but we'll see what they're casting. 5 mana. 6 mana. Well, we get to see more of their deck at least. Questing Beast. So we fall to 4, which is not great. I think our chance of winning this game is still non-zero, though. Like, Factor Fiction gives them a lot of information here. Oh, we could also dig. Actually, that's better, I think. I don't really care about having these in the graveyard for the Mirage Conjecture. This just lets us see more cards, and we need to find Time Walk. That's the only way we win here. Wow, that is truly terrible. I'll take Garrick, and I don't think Amiri's Call does anything. We're not going to be casting that, so I guess I just take Island. Or no, Savannah. Whew. Well, that was a brick. We need to really hope to top deck well here. Night of Autumn. So we can Treachery this, and then play Night of Autumn. But that doesn't do it. If they ultimate the Garrick, which I guess they might not do. I guess we'll play to our out of them just like totally misplaying. And I'm going to play the Taiga to keep them guessing, I guess. So Treachery this. We could also Treachery the Questing Beast to hit their Garrick. Actually, that's better. Yeah, that is the play. So we'd steal this. Oh, I should have played the Savannah because that would have meant we could hold up Disenchant as well. Unlikely to matter, but it could. And then I'll play Night of Autumn. And I think I'm just gaining 4 life here. Although, if we put counters on the Knight... Actually, no. I think putting counters on the Knight's better. The problem is, now they are going to be able to kill... Their Woodfall Primus will die, and they'll be able to bring it back and blow up another thing. Jeez, they are using... They've literally needed 2 extra mana every single turn. Okay, that kills us. Good to know about. All right, so that was a little bit of a rough game 1, but I think things get better for us here. So we bring in that, bring in that, bring in that, and I think this too. Although it is bad against Rexage. Then we can cut Urza. I think the Mirage Conjecture against Rexage, and it's also just pretty slow. And Disenchant. Maybe even Night of Autumn. Yeah, I think I'm cutting Night of Autumn here. And we will run it like this and hopefully not get destroyed. Oh, wait. Cut a forest for plains again. Okay, so hopefully we can find Day of Judgment. And hopefully we can Spell Pierce their Garrick. All right, we are on the play. And this hand is great. I'll keep it. Actually, it's not amazing, but it's good. We have good mana, and Preordain is just good for the consistency. And since they're probably going to have almost no removal, if any, Soulfire will be able to stick around, hopefully. Dismember seems good. I don't think I want the Gear Hulk yet, though. So do we want to save this Dismember or just use it now? I think I'm just going to use it now. And I'm going to fetch here because I would much rather draw... so this is getting Taiga, I think. I'd much rather draw the Gear Hulk than the Taiga here. Garrick is a good draw. So we play the Soulfire. I really hope they don't have Garrick of their own here. Questing Beast would also be bad. Honestly, pretty much any 4-drop they could have here would be quite bad. Oracle will die. That's actually best case scenario. Wow. Yeah, that actually went unbelievably well. We can play Garrick and kill that immediately. Then leave this back to block. Yeah, that was great. And we are close to... This is a 6-mana combo, so if we get one more land, then we can take infinite turns. All right, well, there goes our Garrick, but it's not the end of the world. Oblivion Stone. Not playing that here. We just go Crisis for 3. Hoping to hit a land. We only get to draw 1 card, unfortunately. Okay, there it is, though. So we should be able to win. this turn. Hopefully they just tap out for something that doesn't do much. I mean, I guess, yeah, they could have Lapse of Certainty or something, so they could have interaction. Or just like a Swords to Plowshares for this. So we take this 4. Revelark. Okay, that will not do it. Good to know about that. That card is good against us in general. So play this, crack it, grab Tundra, activate this ability. And I'm just going to pass back to myself here. I hope they don't just make us click through this. It's just going to take a really long time. Well, here we are. Our plan is to eventually we'll be able to cast like one of these things. So we can repeal this just to draw an extra card. Okay. Dang it, where's our lands? I'm going to discard Fact or Fiction here, I think. Discard Spell Pierce. Okay, now we can actually start killing them at long last. So Time Walk, Venser to bounce their Revelark. They can get back 2 things without flying, but that doesn't matter because then we can just kill them in the air with the Hydroid Crisis, slowly but surely. We also get to see one more card of their deck, which is some slight upside, I guess. All right, sweet. So that went well. Revelark, so they're splashing for Revelark, and I guess that's all that we've seen so far. Do we want to make any changes here? Condemn is good against... Actually, yeah, Condemn seems pretty good. It's good against Primus, and it's good against Questing Beast in particular. Then we could cut... Definitely none of these. I do think this Oblivion Stone is good, although it's a bit expensive. We could just cut the Dig. Or the Gear Hulk, actually. Yeah, I think I'm going to cut the Gear Hulk here. Although, no, I think it is good. I'll cut the Dig. We're on the draw. I think it's worse than Fact or Fiction, probably, usually for us. Yeah, we'll do it like that. This hand is very slow. It does have some mana. Let's see what the opponent did. They did keep 7. Yeah, I think this is too bad of a hand. Okay, this is better. So we can keep this and put back an island. Ooh, Mox. Okay. What? Is this Supreme? Jeez. That is an unbelievable turn 1. Okay. We need to find a Day of Judgment very quickly. Preordain. These are both like... Oh, I think Spell Pierce is too bad. They have so much mana already. And Crisis, I think, is also bad. It's just too expensive. Okay, Time Walk is good. That catches us up a little bit. There's almost definitely going to be an Explore Time Walk. Although I guess we could... Soulfire Grandmaster Time Walk is a really good win condition against them. Oh, man. 5 mana? 6 mana? Green Suns for 5 to get Woodfall Prime. Or, what's it called? The Whisperwood Elemental. We can control magic that. Actually, yeah, that's not too bad. Acidic Slime would be worst case scenario. Although they're down to one card, so maybe if their last card is a brick, like it could easily be a land. And we can definitely beat this one Whisperwood. Condemn. Okay. We could also condemn the Whisperwood. I think we are going to just Time Walk here, though. Jace. That's bad. Yeah, I think we do just pass and condemn the Whisperwood. We could bounce the Manifest, but I don't think that's worth it. I'm just going to bounce their Finhorned Elf, or their Noble Hierarch in their upkeep. So we want green mana. So I guess we just get the Savannah then, even though we don't need all this white mana. I guess it just prevents more damage. We'll just do it like this. I don't think the white mana is going to matter. Jeez, leave me alone, lands. Oh, they flip up Arbor Elf, sure. I'm not actually. Well, I know that is good for them because they just have a lot of mana and they do have like 8 drops in their deck. What could this be? 4 mana, not a Garrick. Be something we can mind control. 6 mana. Could be Green Suns for 5. All right, we'll see what they got. Rofellos, was not expecting that. That's a little bit scary because it probably means their last card is quite expensive. So we condemn this. Untap. Hopefully we draw like Fact or Fiction. Ooh, okay. We'll just jam that for sure. They do have a Finhorn Elves in hand, but it would be very greedy to wait. Yeah, this just got to be the right line. And it's nice that they could have sacked their Whisperwood to make 3 manifests, but now they cannot. Not a Garrick. Okay, Questing Beast is good. We can control magic, or like good for us. We can control magic that. They might have Reclamation Sage, which would be a little annoying, but ooh. Well, give me that beast. Hit you for 4, and we'll pass. They play their elf. So because they got the Rofellos, I think that they have at least one very expensive card in hand. Don't know what the other one is, but it's not a land. Sower of Temptation. I actually think I'm just going to Sower the elf. Just go max mana denial, and then this actually puts a reasonably fast clock on them too. We get them down to 16 this turn. They're not quite on the 2-turn clock because we're hitting them for 7 and not 8, but this is going to be pretty. I mean, remember when they had 5 permanents on turn 1, and now here we are on turn 6, and they only have 4 permanents? Pretty good. Another elf, okay. I mean, sure, I'll just keep doing this, I guess. Taking all your stuff. All right, sweet. So I really thought we were in bad shape there, but we managed to get out. Honestly, yeah. So we're 2-0 on to the finals, fighting for that trophy. I'll see you there. All right, here we are for the finals against Sarusta. We are on the draw, unfortunately, and they mulliganed. Like, part of me wants to get really greedy and keep because we have the probe, but that's just certainly incorrect. Mulligan, this looks good. So do we want to keep, or do we want to put back the Dig Through Time or the Gear Hulk? I think the Gear Hulk, we already have 2 instants. Yeah, I think we go with the Gear Hulk. It's just very, very expensive, and with 2 instants, we should be able to fill our graveyard somewhat quickly. Or 2 spells. Jeez, lots of green decks. Search for Tomorrow. Okay. think I'm just going to play the Colonnade here. We're pretty positive we're just going to want to preordain towards lands, but we can just do that next turn. And, oh, whoa. Okay. So I'm going to go land, probe you for mana. Oh, they just F6 through their turn. That's unfortunate. So the Nissa is a good one to know about. That's pretty scary. Preordain. Control magic does not seem great here. Yeah, we just need the lands. So bottom that, top this. Next turn we can bounce their Signet with the repeal. They have 4 total mana sources, so they're very likely to be able to play Nissa somewhat soon, but hopefully we can slow them down a bit. They didn't get a Plains there, which is a little interesting, but I guess they already had the white source. Okay, that's a great draw. I'm not going to play it yet. We're just going to go land, repeal. Ooh, okay. Spell Pierce, I think, really solidifies our position. Felidar Retreat. Okay, now I'm just going to go Oko plus hold up Spell Pierce. That Oko was a great draw. So we grab Savannah and cast this. They have the Mirage, or we might pierce the Faith Fetters if they play that. It's a little bit unclear. Or it's close. I kind of think I would. The Oko is good. Like, so is Nissa, but I think that would be worth it. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is great then. So we take that out. Untap. Hopefully draw land. Okay. I guess we just... Oh, So there's a few lines here. We could go Garruk, kill your Cat Beast, and then we have 2 Planeswalkers against open board. We could go dig through time. I think the best line is to go dig through time looking for... Oh, wait, no. I was hoping we could go dig into Night of Autumn, but that doesn't quite work. So I guess I'll just go with the Garruk play then. Yeah, this seems fine. 3 damage to you. Turn this into a Foo, or into an Elk and hit. And so they can Faith Fetters one of our Planeswalkers, but not both. The Blast Zone is an answer as well to one of them, so like they can get through this, but we have a lot more gas in hand. Faith Fetters the Oko, okay. So there's a land, so we can go make a 1/1. Then do we want a Night of Autumn, their Felidar Retreat, or the Faith Fetters? I think I'm just going to go for the Faith Fetters. Yeah, I think that's the right line. So white, green, whatever. And if somehow a card ends up going to our graveyard, we can just dig here. So that'd be honestly pretty good. Knight of the Reliquary. Okay, that's pretty slow. Although it is really good with Felidar Retreat. That's something. All right, sweet. So playing against green-white, they have some land synergies. They have Nissa. Okay, Night of Autumn looks great here. I mean, we've seen 3 great targets already. They did mulligan to 5 there, so it felt like that was pretty lopsided, but they were pretty disadvantaged from the start. So another one where we want the Wrath. I really wish we just main decked it. So bring that in, cut a forest for a plains, cut Urza again. Urza, like, we've cut it every round, but it is good in some mat. Like, if you're playing in a control mirror, this card could be pretty good. I think I bring in the Sower. Condemn seems okay. Baneslayer seems good. We cut the Mirari Conjecture. Disenchant does seem good here, as does Night of Autumn. I guess just the dig again. Yeah, I'll cut that. And yeah, we'll run it like this. Send seems good. We have our best card in the deck, which is Day of Judgment. And it's not the best time walk situation, but it's still fine. Yeah, actually, this hand is really, really good. All 4 of these cards are like especially good against them. And we have a good colored mana situation and then like a piece of power. So very, very strong hand here. Mox Ruby. It's not really fair. Walking Ballista for 1. That's a pretty weak line. I'm not going to disenchant that. I would rather just hit the Mox Ruby. Okay, no Knight of the Reliquary there is good for us. So we go... Oko is also a great draw. And, I mean, we could just go Time Walk into Oko, but I think I'd rather just hit their land. The longer we wait in the Time Walk, the better it'll be. Ramanap Excavator. Okay. Land. Nice. So we go land and then just play Oko and plus. Although they actually could kill it. If they have a land and they go land, Walking Ballista, level it up fully. The other option would be just go Time Walk into Sower of Temptation, steal your Ramanap. I think I like that a little bit better, actually. Yeah, I'm going to do that. We also could draw a white source, in which case I would probably fire off the Day of Judgment. Okay. So we go Forest, Sower of Temptation. And now this is like if they could also still just go land and then kill the Sower with a Ballista. But then that's great. Then we get to use like play Oko on a mostly empty board. I guess maybe it would have made more sense to play the Control Magic instead of the Sower here. Although, no, I think this is better because I think Sower is worse in general because it's weak against removal. And so if they have removal, then they can use it, and that's fine. Like I think we sort of, if they use a removal spell on the Sower, that's really not that bad. And I want my like mind control effect later in the game to be more durable. Okay, they're not. They're just playing out a lot of stuff. Okay. Spell Pierce. So we go land, Oko. And I think we just make a food here. Yeah, I'm going to do that. We do need to find a white source, but if we find a white source and we can play Day of Judgment, we just win. There is some argument to turning their Ballista into an elk there, but no, it would be a 4/4 elk. And then they could, yeah, I think that this is better. Tap out 4 green suns for 5. Okay, sure. So they go for this line, hit our Oko for 1. Now we really just need them to not draw like Wasteland or Strip Mine. Venser is a really good draw. We could steal. Well, no, that doesn't make sense. We'll just turn this into a 3/3 and pass. Whew. That is quite a good target for a Spell Pierce here. Not going to just fire off a random Venser. Yeah, we're going to hold that. Preordain, okay. So looking for card draw or white mana. That seems good. I'll keep these both. Oh, we're constrained on blue mana. I would love to go repeal your food into hold up Venser. But we don't have the mana for that. Do we keep the repeal anyways? No, I guess I'll just bottom the repeal. Although, no, I'm going to. All right, I'm going to bottom the repeal. We could steal something, but I don't think that's worth it. I'll just make another food and pass. Okay, they have a lot of mana. But I think this will be really good. Like, we'll just wait for them to play a big card, Venser to bounce it, and then Wrath and take out all their mana, and they won't be able to recast it. Not much value in playing that. I'm just going to make another food here. I like the idea of having some food left around after the Day of Judgment so that we can get to work on their life total quickly. A lot of mana. What you got? 7 mana? Elishnorn. Okay, I'll let that resolve. We chump block the Ramanap and then sweep their board. So, Day of Judgment. The Venser shields are down, but it's really, like, they only have 4 mana now. They just can't do that many scary things, I think. Don't have the white mana for the Soulfire, but that's fine. Hit for 3. Faith's Fetters. Okay, so we could Venser to bounce the Faith's Fetters and then turn the other thing into an elk. Is that worth it? I don't think it is. I think I'm actually just going to hit them for 7 here. Then we cast the Soulfire. Search for tomorrow. That is fine. Sylvan Library is a little bit scarier, although I guess they can't pay much life. What do we draw? Probe, okay. Pay that for life. I don't care about my life at this point. Knight of the Reliquary. Oh! We should have just paid 4 for Soulfire Grandmaster. That was just silly. I forgot that that does stuff with things other than Time Walk too, but I don't think it'll matter. Animate. Crash on in there for 9 and hold up Venser, and it's hard to imagine a way they get out from this. Especially with only 5 mana. Like, if they had a bunch of mana, they could go, like, hardcast Emrakul and then maybe mess us up somehow. But with only 5 lands, it'll be tough. All right, pretty sweet. So this was our deck. It was very, very good. I thought it was good going in. Blue is very open, and anytime that's the case, you're going to be doing pretty well for yourself. But it had very good mana actually. This combo win condition, which only mattered once, but in that game we probably would lose without that. Almost definitely lose actually. Dismember sort of overperformed. That card was very good. Oko was good, but that's not a surprise. Urza was weak, but it's hard to say because we played against very similar decks in all 3 rounds. So Dismember overperforming, that doesn't necessarily mean Dismember is good in the format. It just means it's good against green decks, which everyone already knew. This does show, though, the importance of taking that one board sweeper. If we didn't have the Day of Judgment, that makes a lot of those matchups significantly harder post-board. So, pretty sweet deck. A lot of fun to play. Some interesting decisions. And, yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time.